Hi students. Chapter 2 examines past time, so we're going to go ahead and preview it and then we'll get into some of the content here. Ada rides the bus to work. Yesterday it rained and her clothes got wet. Today she's taking extra clothes to work. We can see examples of a habitual action. She rides the bus to work. That's true always. We can see something that happened in the past. Yesterday it rained, her clothes got wet. And we can see something that is happening now, today. So we see different forms of the present tense, and we see forms of the past tense. So let's look at the simple past to express past time. We graduated from college in 2010. It's something that was completed in the past, graduated. Our family ate lunch outside yesterday. Adriana studied for 6 hours last night. Our family ate lunch outside yesterday. Adriana studied for 6 hours last night. What we see are activities or situations that began and ended in the past. Yesterday, last night, in 2007, in 1950, in October 2017, whatever the time may have been, it's something that happened in the past, and it's over. They watched the movie last night. Alexandra answered the question yesterday. So the formation is the verb plus ed. For regular verbs, it is simply the base form of the verb plus ed. Watch plus ed is watched. Answer plus ed is answered. There are some that are not regular, however. We slept in tents at camp last summer. I understood most of the directions yesterday. So sleep has an irregular past form, understand has an irregular past form, eat has an irregular past form, and in fact, many verbs have irregular past forms. I was a lifeguard last summer. They were in Belgium last month. The simple past forms of the verb be are was and were. I was, you were, he was, we were, they were. So, the formation of the past time. You'll have a subject plus the simple past verb with ed, which is regular, and then whatever other information. I, you, he, she, it, we, they started school last week. The negative formation will use did not plus the base form of the verb. We could not say she did not started. We can say she did not start school last week. And the question form, did, and then the subject, and then the base form again. Did you start school last week? Not, did you started school? That doesn't work. And if you're going to give a short answer to a question, it would be yes, I did, or no, I didn't, no, she didn't, no, they didn't, and that means no, they didn't start school last week. The be verb, the statement is I, or he, she, or it was home last week. We, you, or they were home last week. The negative was not or were not, and those have contraction forms, wasn't and weren't. And the question form, you put the verb first. Was she home last week? Were they home last week? And the short answer, yes, he was, or yes, I was. No, he, she, it wasn't. Yes, we were, or no, we weren't. Let's practice quickly. They were at the movies last night. Question. So we're going to make it a negative statement using be. They weren't or were not at the movies last night at 8. A true affirmative statement. where were they? They were at the grocery store last night. This airplane was made in 1625. Does that sound true? Probably not. So this airplane wasn't made in 1625. This airplane, in fact, was made in 1943. Did Carla get a bad grade on her test? So the negative formation, get is an irregular verb, but the negative formation, we don't need to worry. We just need the base form. Carla didn't get or did not get a bad grade on her test. Carla, now we need the irregular form. Carla got an excellent grade on her test. So let's look at the spelling of ing and ed forms. Sometimes we will have to do certain things with the spelling, especially regarding consonants, to make this work. So at the end of the verb, we find a consonant plus e. We do not double the consonant. Smile becomes smiling, still with one L. Hope becomes hoping, still with one P. And the ed form is the same rule. Do not double the consonant. Now let's look at two consonants. LP in help, we do not double the consonant. Learn, we do not double a consonant. And the same is true with the ed form. Helped and learned, no doubled consonant. Two vowels and one consonant. Again, we do not double the consonant for the ing or the ed form. So rain with A-I-N at the end does not get a double N in the ing or the ed form. However, if we have one vowel and one consonant, we must double the consonant, or the sound of the pronunciation would be inaccurate. Stop becomes stopping with a double P. Plan becomes planning with a double N. The same is true with the ed form. Stopped and planned both take the double consonant. So for two-syllable verbs which end in one vowel and one consonant, we have a special rule. Sometimes we double the consonant, sometimes we don't. And to figure it out, we have to think about the pronunciation. So if the stress is on the first part of the word, we do not double it. For visit, the stress is at the beginning. Visit, we do not double the T. For offer, we do not double the R. It's true in the ing and the ed forms. However, when the stress is on the final sound of the verb, then we do double the consonant at the end. Prefer, listen to how the stress is at the end of that word. Preferring, admit, again it's stressed at the end of the word. Admitting with the double T. The same is true with the ed forms. Now, if it ends in Y, we add ing. If there's a vowel before the Y. So if there's a vowel and then a Y, we keep the Y and add the ing or the ed. If it ends in a consonant and Y, with ing, we just add the ing. But with ed, we drop the Y and add IED. Now, if the verb ends in IE already, like die, becomes DYING. Tie, the same, TYING. But the ED form is simple. We just add D. So let's practice these briefly. Rain, The ing form is raining, no double consonant because we have two vowels before it. The ed form, simply rained. Study. The ing form, simply studying. No change to the spelling, we just add the ing. But the ed form, studied, drop the y, add ied. Lie. The ing form, we need a y, so it's lying. And the ed form, simple, just add d.